Hello everyone, you can call me Mama Peas. I'm a mom of 10, and because of that, I have a lot of experience with kids stuff. It was recently brought to my attention that maybe there are some people out there who might benefit from some of the tips and tricks that I have learned throughout my 20 years of being a mom that might be beneficial to other people. So I wanted to share some of the things that I have learned. I have a 7-month-old baby, and I have children every 2 years older than that, up to the age of 19. And because of that, I have gone through every phase of diapers multiple times over and over again. What are some ways that you can tell when it's time to change diaper sizes? The brands are different. They fit differently. The where they have elastics is slightly different. How they close together is different. There are some symptoms of a diaper being the wrong size or you using the wrong brand of diaper. One, you're having a lot of blowouts. And when I say blowout, I mean the baby poops up their back and it spills everywhere and it's really fun to clean up. I found that that's one good symptom or indication that it's either time to change brands or it's time to change sizes. And since I have had enough experience through my kids, I have a brand that I like to stick to just because I know it does a better job of keeping things in because I hate blowouts. That's my worst. That's my worst diaper changing experiences, but they do happen. And I found that most of the time, not all the time, most of the time, all I have to do is just change to the next size diapers. I noticed this today as I was changing my 7-month-old and he had another blowout and I realized, oh my gosh, he's ready for the next size up and I didn't realize it. And still, it catches me off guard, and I have had 10 kids, so don't feel bad if you're having that problem. Another indication that you might need to size up your diapers are they're not fitting right. You have to kind of stretch them out all the way. Usually diapers will have these little straps here, and you have to stretch them out really far and around the baby. I have found that when you fit them around the baby and they end up really close, like even after you extend it, so let's say you put the diaper on, okay, and you find yourself stretching it all the way to the middle and they're almost touching, that's an indication that you're probably in the right size. Now, as baby grows, these things will become further and further out where you're getting to this part, this phase where you can barely go past the edges and it's quite far apart. And this is how thick baby is. I notice when you get to about this phase, it doesn't fit the baby as well and you start having all those blowouts, usually up the back for me, but you can get them out the side and out the bottom and all sorts of things. What makes a diaper that is helpful for those kinds of situations is this inner lining right here, this like leg elastic. Now, almost all diapers now have this because it's so effective at being able to kind of hold things in and not have an issue, but not all brands. So just pay attention how well you have your elastic along the legs. If it's going to be too tight, does the baby have elastic marks on their leg when you go to change them every time, or is it just sometimes? Every time might be an indication the diaper is too small or the leg elastics just are not made quite right. They should be fairly loose, easy to pull apart, not, you don't have to do that. You want to just make sure there's elastic on the back, and because that kind of helps retain things. You'll also notice that sometimes they have this little pocket right here, right at the bottom of the elastic that helps contain things as well. But I've been having a lot of blowouts with my baby lately, so I know it's time to change sizes. But I'm also very cheap, and so I have to finish my size 3 diapers before I am ready to move to size 4. So really, I'm waiting to finish up my diapers so that I don't have a whole bunch of extra diapers. But you don't have to wait for that. That's just what I do because I'm cheap and I'm on a budget and I need to make sure that I'm utilizing every avenue that I can. Okay, so now with this said, I want to talk about what to do when you clean up those messy diapers, or any messy diaper for that matter, because I have found that I am a little bit picky about how I put my diapers together and dispose them after they have been used. So I want to teach you this little tip that I used and I love it, and I found that the benefit of that is the diaper pail is not as stinky. It's easier to take out the diaper trash, And it's easier for you to convince your older children that they want to take out that diaper for you because you're on the floor sprawled out trying to take care of the baby. And so, because they don't have to be touching anything poopy or messy or anything like that. So I'm just going to show you what I do. It's really simple. The first thing I do when I change a baby is I use, especially for boys, because they usually don't get this part dirty as much as girls do. You use this part of the diaper and you just use it as a wipe to wipe that little baby bottom so that you don't need to use as many wipes because they cost money. Let's be realistic. So baby's made a mess in the diaper. Okay, I'm wiping it up. Okay, I usually will actually fold my wipes so that they're easy, so I can get a good effective amount of space for me to wipe the poop off. And when I do that, I have wiped it once, then I will fold it and I will wipe it again, and I still have a nice space and I'm not getting my fingers dirty at all. So it makes it nice and easy. You can do it however you want to. Sometimes I'm even folding it 3 and 4 times, but it's usually because I've started with a bigger space. So I'll wipe it and fold it and then wipe it and then fold it and then wipe it and fold it however I need to. But by the time I'm done, my fingers haven't touched anything that I don't want them to. And when I'm done, I stick the wipe, and you may need more than one. As you experience parenthood for the first time, you will likely need more than one. And I still use more than one depending on the type of mess it is. Sometimes they're really dry and you have to use extra wipes. Sometimes they're not so dry and they're very wet and there's just a lot and you just need the extra wipes. And that's okay. Give yourself permission to do that. And you'll want to use the thicker wipes so that the poop doesn't kind of seep through and it soils your fingers anyway. And always remember to wash your hands afterwards, regardless if you touch anything or not. So once you have wiped up that baby bottom, you're going to put the soiled wipe into the soiled diaper and you're going to very carefully fold it in place. Okay, you've taken it off, baby's bum is clean, you have a new diaper underneath the baby, and you even have the little flap folded over baby so that they can't make a mess while you're trying to take care of the diaper. Okay, so you have this new diaper on the baby and you have this old diaper where all of your dirty stuff is, and you're just gonna fold it, and I roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it, so that you now have the elastic part is right here on the outside. All of the poop is contained on the inside, and nothing that is soiled is touching my fingers and can touch my fingers anyway. And then you're going to take this, fold it around and attach it. Take this, fold it around as much as you can in a nice tight ball and attach it. Then you have this nice, neat little diaper container that you can put into your diaper pail. You can take it outside to your dumpster, or you can hand it to your child to go and put into the dumpster or the diaper pail for you. And nobody has to touch anything that they don't want to touch. You put it in, these things contain the poop and the pee really well. You don't have to worry about anything falling out, and your container is contained and nice and clean. So that's what I do. That's how I change my baby's diaper. Now you know how Mama Peas changes her 10 kids.